Okay, so here's the wiring harness thing. There's all this. So there's that piece, and then there's this one here. Looks like a power cable. See it? It looks like the power cable thing. That's a fuse holder wire right there. See? And it's got like a push-on connector here. See it? And then a fuse. That's another push connector for a fuse holder. This one looks like it goes from the back to the front. This here looks like the connector for something. And then there's all these other.
And my question is, why am I replacing the whole thing? I mean, can't it be in chunks or something? And that one there's like a power module. That one probably goes up front. There's got to be a connection between the rear and the front. And this is like a body, that's like a body panel plug. Body plug. No pun intended. And then that's all, that looks like a ground wire there. And then that looks like a double wire. And this goes all the way. And then this has some kind of funny connector on it. Like that. I don't know what that would go to. And then there's this here. This looks like a module that connects up to something important somewhere. With one screw, with no screw with it. That looks like it goes under the dash or something. And there's no other screw in it. Don't step on it and break it. Anyway, I gotta figure out where all this goes because it doesn't say. Anyway, oh, back to the instructions. Where were we? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, use the pry bar for those. Okay, we did that. Yeah, oh, put those 6 in, and then connect to trailer harness. Which, they don't match up. When you look at this, oh wait. Yeah, so, maybe there's, oh, wouldn't that be great? It says connect to trailer harness. Is there an extra plug down there somewhere? See, that's on that. No, it looks like it comes underneath somewhere. But why do I need a whole harness for this? I don't understand this. And then there's this. But that doesn't look like it connects to anything. It looks like it's got to come out of this. See that one? I can't see in there. I don't have my flashlight. It's brighter in the camera than it is, but I can't. It looks like that connects to something. Oh, this one does. So this is what connects up to this. Yep, that's what connects up. It's that. And so I'm going to be replacing everything to be able to connect that up. And then, along with that, so that one connects up to the trailer thing here. That's the body plug that fits. I guess you're going to have to do something because that one's round and this one's not round. I might have to pull this one off and then put that one on it or do something stupid like that. And then I haven't figured out what goes up here. Up to that one. It's got to be one of these because this is where it's at, but none of these will fit that, it looks like. I don't know what that is. Oh, this probably connects to that panel that's inside the wheel well. And then that connects over there to the other light. This is the trailer wiring harness that connects here. And that connects over somewhere. That connects up in here, so you have to run this up in here. It looks like this is all back here by the tail of it. Anyway, connect. Hey, torque it to 34 25 foot-pounds. Hey, what's 25 foot-pounds in inches? Whatever. I did mine at 600, whatever the heck it is. Oh, those are 74. Yeah, I did those at about 360 and these at about 600. Whatever. And then, hey, make sure you put those on. It doesn't even, hey, just push that way to get those on and slip those back on there. And put that on and that on. Okay, whatever. But the wiring harness is next. Okay, we'll do the wiring harness. Yeah, one of the things I noticed is you gotta pull that thing off. See that thing? You gotta pull that piece off, unscrew it, it's all screwed together. You have to pull all that off and stick it in that hole, which goes there. And then, see the 2 holes? That's where the hitch, where the hook goes. The hitch hook goes through here. This is where that piece goes. There's a reflector light. I want to figure out if there's an actual light that goes in that hole and then put the light in there, because that's nothing but a reflector right now. That's not a light. And see, then there's this thing. It looks like some kind of punch out right here that, like, you can knock that out and put a light bulb in it. But I'm not sure. It looks like you could use a light in there. Right now it's just a reflector. I mean, I could put reflector tape and be good with it. But then this one here, it's got a hole in the middle for the fascia thing. That's a mess. That's this piece. You gotta figure out how this piece, I think you just shove it in there and then it goes into it. So I gotta do that, make sure it's not upside down.
See all this in here? I gotta pull all that out because to do this wiring harness thingamajiggy, you gotta, all the wiring back here has to be pulled out. I mean all of it. It's a whole harness. And you pull all of it out. It's tucked down underneath all this, so that means you gotta pull all this out. I didn't even think about that. But it's gotta be a round hole, but that thing ain't round. That's a different size hole, and hopefully that wire harness plugs into where it's supposed to plug in at in here to that block. And then I probably ought to check that out first and make sure that it will before I go to pulling it all out and then connect it all up. But that's pretty much all I got to go, the wiring harness. But I got to pull all that out first. Got the hitch, that's all torqued down, got it all done, got the hook torqued down, that thing, it's ready to go, it looks good. Just got to get the wiring harness and all this plastic stuff shoved back on here. I may clean this out too, but not very much. I mean, it's all seems to be like welded seams with epoxy on the edges like this. It could be epoxy welded seams, but I never heard of such a thing. You know what I mean? Epoxy welded seams. Could have fooled me. Anyway, I gotta put and it looks like it just shoves back on here. Except for those 4 screws, the whole thing just kind of shoves on here. And you can see how it's got like keepers along that. Across here, which are holding it on, and then the 4 screws. I think that's a screw hole. Yeah, these are those 2 screws there, and the rest. See this piece here? This is where the plastic shoves on. See these little keepers? And so it just shoves on here, and then there's little guide tabs along the bottom, but don't worry about those, and it just shoves on here. Then there's another screw or 2 on here elsewhere. Oh dang it. And then I gotta, oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna get a ratchet head for these to get this back in. Those 2, I gotta buy me a ratchet set. Ratchet head set, box in ratchet heads. I didn't want to, I don't want to spend the money on it, but it'd make it so much easier. I know those screws do a little bit of something, like add some kind of stability like the body work. If there was something to happen in the middle, it would help support the body work so that it could be repaired. So I'm going to do what I can to get those tightened up again. They just won't be torqued. So anyway, I gotta go get some box ends for that.
Okay, so I had to buy these. These were 50 bucks. How come these aren't like both ends? I wanted these ratchet heads on both ends, so it would be like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And buy half as many. I wanted 4 wrenches on double-ended instead of pay 50 bucks. Everybody, I'm sure they know that the only reason why they buy these is because these are in the end. They don't care about the box end or this open end. The only part they care about is this. Plus, these aren't even angled for the edge of the bolt. you're only, two edges on those. But that's the only reason why they buy them. They don't care about the open ends. Why don't they save us some money and the planet by using less energy to build more metal and put them on both ends at different sizes? Oh well. So anyway, I got one more wrench out of the Cobalt rather than the Craftsman. The Craftsman didn't have an 18, but it had these. So I got another, and there's no 16. So it's like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, skip 16, 17, 18. So I got 18 for 50 bucks. But without the 18 with the Craftsman, I would have only gotten 7.
What is this? It says cut. Cut what? It's like... Oh man, this looks like another thing to do with a crowbar. I mean, crowbar it, right? I mean, crowbar it. There we go.
Let's see, now we're gonna... Let's see. I forgot which one it is. So 11. Oh man, these are loose. Oh my gosh. Can't believe how loose these are. That ain't it. What is... Oh, it's a 13. I forgot. It's a 13. Yeah, it's a 13. Oh, yeah, it's tore it down. Hey, here we go. We're turning some wrenches. Oh my god, man, this is gonna take forever. Might as well get comfortable. Oh, it's getting hot. Oh gosh. Oh, these are horrible. Oh no, it slipped off. Why is it so hot? Why is this loose on here? Ouch. Ouch. Oh man, this is... Oh gosh. Oh, it slipped off. How come it didn't stay on there? Oh, now it's off of it. Oh, I can't get it back on. Oh gosh, I can't. I have to hold it on there or something. This ain't nothing to write home about, I guarantee you that. Slipped off. Ouch. It's got paint on the screw, which... that ain't good, though. Huh? You have to hold your finger on it because it'll come off. Cobalt has a loose head. Craftsman don't. came off again. Oh gosh, this is... Man, that thing's long-winded. That's this hard one. Ouch, it's hot. Almost there. I don't want it to come loose. They do have an Allen keeper on them. There. Oh, finally. It's hot. The head pivots and scratches the paint. It's hot from turning. Oh, that's done. Thank goodness.